What's the most satisfying karma you've ever witnessed? I saw a woman in a $5,000 dress scream at a man for blocking her view. She didn't realize he had just donated $5 million to have that view. I was volunteering at a high-profile charity gala for the local children's hospital. It was one of those events where the city's elite come to show off their wealth and pretend to be philanthropists for a night. The air was thick with expensive perfume and quiet judgment. My job was simple: stand near the silent auction tables and make sure no one walked off with the merchandise. That's when I noticed the woman. She was impossible to miss. She had surgically perfect blonde hair, a dress covered in sequins, and a voice that could cut glass. She was holding a glass of champagne and loudly complaining to her friends about everything from the quality of the canapes to the choice of music. Then her attention fixed on a man standing near one of the large windows overlooking the city. He was older, with messy gray hair and a rumpled-looking tweed jacket that looked out of place among all the tuxedos. He was leaning against a marble pedestal that held a floral arrangement, staring out at the lights. The woman was clearly annoyed. He was in her line of sight. "Excuse me," she said loudly. The man didn't seem to hear her. "Excuse me," she said again, practically shouting. He turned slowly. "Some of us are trying to enjoy the view," she said, dripping with contempt. "Could you possibly go stand somewhere else?" The man looked at her, then back at the window and gave a small, sad smile. "It is a lovely view," he said quietly and didn't move. This was apparently the greatest insult the woman had ever received, her face flushed with anger. "Do you know who I am?" she hissed. "People like you don't belong here. You're probably just here for the free food." She was making a scene. People were starting to turn and stare. She then waved her hand dramatically. "Security, can we please get this person removed? He is bothering the guests." I was about to step in and try to de-escalate when the event organizer, a very stressed-looking woman named Mrs. Gable, rushed over. I expected her to placate the angry woman. I was wrong. Mrs. Gable completely ignored the woman in the sequin dress. She went straight to the man in the tweed jacket and put a gentle hand on his arm. Her voice was full of genuine concern. "Mr. Albright, I'm so terribly sorry. Are you all right? We have a chair for you right over here. Please forgive this disturbance." She helped him take a few steps, and for the first time I saw he was wearing a heavy medical brace on his left leg, hidden by his trousers. He had been leaning on the pedestal not to be rude, but because he was in pain. Mrs. Gable then turned to the sequined woman. Her voice was no longer warm. It was ice cold. She spoke very quietly, but in the sudden hush, everyone could hear her. "This is Mr. Albright. His $5 million donation is the reason we're all here tonight. The new pediatric oncology wing is being named after his late wife. He is our guest of honor." The woman's jaw literally dropped. The color drained from her face. She looked from Mrs. Gable to Mr. Albright, her mouth opening and closing like a fish. All the arrogance, all the smug superiority vanished in an instant, replaced by pure, undiluted horror. The silence in that corner of the ballroom was deafening. Everyone was just staring at her. Her husband, who had been watching the whole thing unfold, grabbed her by the arm and practically dragged her toward the exit. She stumbled in her heels, her face a mask of utter humiliation. I heard later from Mrs. Gable that the woman's husband lost a major business deal with one of Mr. Albright's friends that very same night.